Remember the Shakespearean quote, "To be or not to be, that is the question." Well, the same question we ask in this series is, to feel or not to feel? It's not a question at all. Feelings, as fleeting as they may be, are the keys to us living power-filled lives. Many years of our lives can be spent in futile floppings around, if you will, if we deny our feelings. I grew up in a pretty rough neighborhood right outside of San Francisco, in the Bay Area there, and this town. In the environment in which we grew up, feelings were something that we didn't want to feel. We didn't want to show, because everyone had to be macho and you had to man up and you weren't supposed to cry, and you couldn't tell if something was hurting you. And after some years of devastation of the town itself and all of those that inhabited it, humankind and us in general, people, have started to understand that we are made to feel. Our feelings are the gateways to everything. We feel when there's danger. We feel when things are good. We feel when things are bad. And without the feelings of bad, there is no feelings of good. Is this making sense to anyone? So, growing up, we operated under the number one rule of dysfunction, according to Melanie Beattie, who wrote a book years ago that I read called Codependent No More. But she said that if you don't feel and you don't tell, that this is the number one rule to dysfunction. So, to feel or not to feel, it really isn't a question, isn't it? We're made to feel. Our whole skin and everything that embodies who we are is made up of feelings. Without feelings, there is no love. Without feelings, there is also no hate. But without feelings, the power within to change your life won't happen. Without allowing ourselves to feel the love that is in us already, that drives our simplest and basic desires, even our most expansive ideas of what life should be, are driven by love. Prime example, if there wasn't love by Orville and Wilbur Wright, we wouldn't have airplanes. If there wasn't a love for mechanical workings, we wouldn't have the automobile. Just imagine if there was no love for the pursuit of an endeavor, some inherent thing that's inside that drives us to succeed. Without love, our life is powerless. And that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about a power-filled life. So here's lesson number one. Without love, there is no power. Without love, undoubtedly, unquestionably, there is no power, because love is the key to all things. Love is the key to all things. We can use excuses to not access the power of love. But love, learning how to think about love, learning how to respond in a loving way is rule number one to living your life in a power-filled manner. And there's another principle at work when we're talking about love. It's the power of attraction. Love attracts those that are loving. If we are putting out thoughts of negativity, if we are speaking negatively about people, places, and things, if we are being just total negative, guess what? Our lives mirror what we give out. So what we give out, we're going to get back. If we're giving out love and the power of love to change things to a positive manner, then that is what the mirrors of our lives are going to reflect. So remember, lesson number one, it's all about love. To feel or not to feel, it's not even a question. See you in the next lesson.